Hey, it's Daylin with Redeem Me Day. If it's the last thing I do today, I'm going to finish this video. I wanted to do part two on how much God loves us, how loved we are, and how that foundational key pulls everything else together. There's an amazing prayer that Paul prays in Ephesians. It's Ephesians 3, starting at verse 16, and I just want to read it and then talk about it just for a second, because I think it will pull what we were talking about in the last video together. So it starts out that he would grant you, and that's God. Paul's talking about God, that God would grant you according to the riches of his glory, that you may be strengthened with power through his Spirit in the inward man. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the inward man, that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, to the end that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be strong to apprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and the length and the height and the depth, and to know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, which passes all understanding, right? That you may be filled unto all the fullness of God. That's a pretty amazing verse. He wants us to know that. He wants us to have a revelation of how much he loves us. You know, when I pray for people every day, and even if I'm praying for anybody that's on watching this video, I would start it by saying, Father, I thank you. I thank you for how much you love so-and-so, whoever it is that I'm praying for. I thank you for how you know every detail that's going on in their life. I thank you that how you know every cell in their body, that Father, you know the details in their family. You know the hard circumstances. You know the things that they're dealing with. Thank you for loving them so well. Thank you for having an answer already provided for them, and help them to find that, to dig into that, and to have a revelation of that knowledge of you, the fullness of how good you are and how much you love them. And I could just go on with that for a long time, but you get my point. My point is that he is a God who loves us. He is a God who has given us so many promises. He has fully equipped us. If we'll put on his armor, that's a whole nother teaching in Ephesians. But if we go to battle with that, with the love of the Father, no matter what we're facing, we're going to be going fully equipped. We need to know who and whose we are. Like I said in the last video, we need to know that length and width and depth and breadth of love for us. It's so imperative. And if we don't know that, then I think we're only, we're not equipped to face the things that we've got going on down here. There's a whole bunch of hard things happening. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to finish that video. I want to give the love of God maybe more time. It's so foundational. It's so important. It pulls it all together. So if that could be helpful for somebody, I know through all of the hard, sticky, horrible things that I've had to go through in the last little bit of time, this is what's gotten me through, is the love of the Father. And that's why I want to share these keys with you. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that you can sit with him. I love to start every day with also that there's a great verse in Acts 17:28. In him we live and move and have our being. And I love that. I want to live and move and have my being in him in everything I'm doing at work, and when I'm taking care of my granddaughter, when I'm doing anything that requires anything. If I'm not doing it in the Father or knowing the love of the Father for me, it's not going to go as well. So that's what I wanted to share. I hope that you have a great day. I thank you for listening. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye-bye.